God said pursue. God said recover. But nobody talks about what happens between the promise and the recovery, because that space is where most people lose what God already promised. It's one thing to hear God say, "You will recover all." It's quite another thing to walk the road that leads to it. In 1 Samuel 30, David receives the word, "Pursue, for you shall surely recover all." That sounds powerful. That sounds victorious. But what comes next is not instant restoration. It's a process. The Bible says David and his men got up and began to pursue. But here's what we miss. They were still tired, still grieving, still emotionally drained. Recovery does not wait for you to feel better. It requires you to move, even when you're not at your best. Some people are waiting to feel strong again, while God is waiting for them to start moving. Faith is not the absence of weakness. Faith is movement in the presence of it. As David is pursuing, the Bible says 200 men stayed behind because they were too exhausted. These weren't strangers. These were his people, his fighters, his community. But they couldn't continue. Now hear this carefully. Not everyone who started with you can go where God is taking you. Some people will support you in the battle, but not in the recovery. And if you try to drag people who don't have the strength for your next season, you will delay what God is trying to restore. Then something unusual happens. They find an Egyptian servant, abandoned, left behind, forgotten. And this man becomes the key to finding everything they lost. Don't miss this. Your breakthrough may be connected to something you almost overlooked. Sometimes God hides answers in places your pride would normally ignore. Be careful how you treat people in your process, because the person you overlook today may be the one God uses tomorrow. David finally finds the enemy, but recovery didn't come easy. There was still a fight. Just because God promised it doesn't mean you won't have to battle for it. Some of you thought when God spoke, everything would just fall into place. But God didn't promise ease. He promised victory. The Bible says David recovered everything. Nothing missing. Nothing broken. Everything restored. But this only happened because he didn't stop. Some people quit too early. They stop in the middle. They turn around before breakthrough shows up. Recovery is not for the emotional. It's for the committed. But here's something even deeper. When David came back, the 400 men who fought said, "We're not sharing with the 200 who stayed." But David said no, because recovery reveals your heart. David understood something. What God gave him was bigger than him. If God restores you and you become selfish, you missed the purpose of recovery. God doesn't just restore you for your benefit. He restores you so you can become a blessing, Someone may be in the middle right now, not at the beginning, not at the end, but in between, and the enemy hopes you'll stop here. He doesn't mind you shouting over the promise as long as you never walk it out. But hear me clearly, if God told you to pursue, then recovery is not a possibility. It's a certainty. So don't stop. Don't sit down. Don't give up in the middle. Move even if you're tired. Trust even when it's unclear. Fight even when it's hard. Because on the other side of obedience is everything God promised. And if you don't quit, you won't just recover, you will recover all.